Hi, boys and girls. It was so nice seeing so many of you today at our Zoom meeting. I had a lot of fun talking to you, and your happy smiles made me feel really good. I think it might be time for us to learn something else, and I found this cute little paper that says, Ready to Learn. Right now it is Tuesday night, and tomorrow is Earth Day. So I had a chance to do this activity tonight, and I'll send it to your mommies and daddies tonight so that you'll have it for tomorrow. Today I colored a picture of the earth, and all of the blue parts are parts of the earth that are water, and this olive green color are parts of our earth that are land. Now on Earth Day, April 22nd, we always think about ways that we can help protect our earth. And first of all, I'd like to read you a story to remind you how beautiful our earth is. The name of the story is What a Wonderful World, and it happens to also be a song. But instead of singing it today, I'm just going to read the words. I'm ready to listen, I'm ready to look, I'm ready for quiet. Let's enjoy our book. And as you can see on the cover, there's a picture of the earth. Here's land, and here's the water, and there's pictures of different people and animals. It's kind of tiny and probably a little hard for you to see, but it's a beautiful cover for Earth Day. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Beautiful picture of nature, of animals and trees. Very beautiful. I see skies of blue and clouds of white. The bright, blessed day. And the dark, sacred night. See the nighttime sky and the moon up here? And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Such pretty colors. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The end. Now on Earth Day, we can think of things that we can do to help protect our earth. And there are 3 words that you might hear people mention on Earth Day, or maybe you would hear these words on the news. They're called reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce means to make an amount lower or less. So for example, if you threw lots and lots of garbage away, and the garbage man would come and take all that garbage to the dump, and the dump would get bigger and bigger and more crowded and more crowded and more crowded. So we want to try not to waste things, and we want to try and see if we can reuse them for something else. Other things that we can reduce are the amount of water we use. Maybe when we're brushing our teeth, we might forget and leave the water faucet on. While we're brushing, we could turn the water off so we don't waste water. When we leave a room in our house, and if no one's in there, we could turn the light off so that we're not wasting electricity. And maybe if the TV is on in your living room or your family room, if no one's watching it, you could turn that off too, to not waste energy. So that way we're reducing some of our use of some things that are very precious, like water and electrical power. I have also a recycling picture. Let me see here. Oops. On the back of our earth, there's the symbol for recycling, and you might recognize that because we have it on our recycling container that we have in our classroom. When we recycle, and you help mom and dad recycle newspapers or bottles or glass, then those things are taken away and they're made into other things so that they don't end up in the garbage dump. So that's one way that we can help protect our earth. Today I made a little project and I reused something that ordinarily I would have recycled. I decided to make a little craft using some newspaper. And I cut a square for part of the house, and I cut a triangle and a rectangle, and I glued them on my piece of paper, and then I used special crayons and I put a door and windows. So I had a fun time using materials that I had around the house. So you could reuse something like wrapping paper, or some paper that mommy might have that she's not using anymore, or some piece of a magazine or newspaper, and you could cut pieces and glue them too and make whatever you want. You wouldn't have to make a house, you could make anything, and you would be reusing things, and that's one way on Earth Day that we could help our environment. Another thing that I did today, I decided to use only green crayons to make a picture, because sometimes on Earth Day you might hear people say that we're thinking green. That means we're thinking about the earth. And I happen to have a big box of 96 crayons, and the box has so many green crayons in it. When I counted them, it was kind of funny because it happened to be 9, which is the number that is in our packet this week that you're going to be working on. So I'm going to count these, and maybe from your house you can count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I used all 9 pictures to make a drawing to remind me about Earth Day. Now, some of the things that I'm going to show you on this picture aren't usually green, but I used different greens to color everything to remind me all about Earth Day. I made a sunshine and a cloud and some trees and some beautiful flowers, all to remind me about the beautiful things in our world that God made, and things that we can be thankful for, and to remind us that we can help protect our earth and keep it really beautiful. There are some things that you can do at your house. You can help take care of your garden if you have one, or water some plants. You can ask mom or dad if you can help them with the recycling. Maybe there are some clothes or some toys that the clothes don't fit you anymore, or you don't play with the toys anymore because they're baby toys. Maybe there's someone that mommy knows that you could pass them along to, and another child could use them. Instead of throwing things in the garbage when you're finished, you could hand them off to somebody else to let them have a turn. That's called hand-me-downs. And that way, we're reusing things and keeping them from going into the garbage dump. So we're helping to protect our earth. So I hope you have a wonderful Earth Day. If you would like, you have time, I'm sure, when you get a chance to do a little craft if you'd like, using some newspaper or other paper at your house. Maybe you have some green crayons and you'd like to try a green picture too, to remind you about Earth Day. But I want you to have a fun day, make good choices. I was so happy to see you today, and I'll see you at our next Zoom meeting. And remember, I love you. I made this heart green to remind you about Earth Day. Bye-bye. See you soon.